Wow. Does the NBA have no shame? I mean, really. Do they really have no shame? Let me explain to you about the Los Angeles Fakers. But this is the NBA's fault, and this is people's fault. If you are a young person in your 19s or 20s, I don't blame you. Let me repeat, I do not blame you for you being in the predicament that you're in. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Okay? You guys are young. You guys grew up in the LeBron into 2003. If you were born in early 2000s or 2003, or let's say you were born in 2000, or let's say you were born in 97, 98, you grew up knowing LeBron. This is what you know. So I can't really blame you for not knowing. The media, the NBA have promoted you, LeBron James, since 2003, and they have not stopped. They have been selling you a product that was limited when it came in and is limited now 19 years later. Meanwhile, there have been products that have come in that have been way better. You've seen better, and you've seen greatness to know that this is a generic version of that brand. Now, as you look and you'll see, that is the 2020 NBA champions you're looking at. Not two people are the only people that's there still, rather. That's Anthony Davis and LeBron James. They're the only two people left. That is your NBA, supposedly, NBA championship team. And then 2 years later, there's only two people on that team. And you're trying to tell me the bubble counts. Please. That was not a team. That was a gumbo pot of thrown together players to try to cover up the weakness of LeBron James. It's almost dreadful to watch the Denver Nuggets series because if you watch the Denver Nuggets series, it's so vivid and clear. Murray almost walked out of the game and just quit. This is what you didn't hear on the bubble when he went to the sidelines. When he couldn't get a call and they kept calling fouls and stuff on him, he said, "Coach, I'm just going to walk out. You can just take me out. They don't want us to play. They don't want us to win." And the coach just told him, "I already know. I already know what it is. You know what it is. I know what it is." Now, the Nuggets coach told that to Murray. You know what it is. I know what it is. But it is what it is right now. So just calm down and just play the game. You see, they wanted the Lakers to win because the NBA supposedly makes this much money. They couldn't even survive one season without basketball. They can't even survive a season without basketball. Baseball had canceled this whole everything for a half a year. And that was a huge mistake for them. They canceled the World Series. Now the situation gets worse. Basketball had went into such a deep dive, they had to take a loan from the bank. Now, I'm quite sure they're paying the loan back. But they had to take a loan from the bank to cover the losses for their teams and the owners. Due to the pandemic, when the country went into a global shutdown. Now, people act like Kobe was just walked in the door with all this God-given talent. What made Kobe so exceptional, he wasn't like Michael. Michael had these abilities. But like Michael, it took time for him to develop and work on his game and get better to get to the point where he is now. Then you got Kobe. Kobe came in at 17. And was he NBA ready at 17? Not quite. He's a guy that can come in and get you a couple of baskets. As a rookie, did he have the talent? Yes. Did he have the physical strength to match these guys on the court? No. Um, he had athleticism. He had spark. He could shoot the three a little bit. He just wasn't accurate. He wasn't. There was no. It was too loosey goosey. Wasn't. It was the cross, take you off the dribble, one-on-one style of basketball. He was really good at that angle as far as getting to do what he wanted to do. But there was a lot of development that needed to happen with his game. And to having those failures early on a big stage was it was telling. And it drove him because he was being blamed for the Lakers' failures as a rookie. Taking that on, so I'm just sitting there watching as the world is going by and as Kobe matures and grows. And I said, that's a real player. That guy got better every year till he reached the pinnacle of his game. And he tried to get, and what people really don't realize is how much he struggled to get these young kids, the young players, to understand what he was going through and what the game was to him. And you could see, Swaggy P and them dudes out there, they were young. They were kids. They was happy to be in the NBA. They didn't sign up to go to drill camp. And when you got Kobe surrounded by this, the Lakers was just using Kobe's, the popularity of Kobe to sell a bad team. And you're letting your veteran superstar go out like that. LeBron has never had to earn it. Never. And this is why he can never be put in that category. He went out and got this smorgasbord group of athletes, and they put together a team just for him. Now, all of these players that was on there in like 2020 are all gone. Rondo, Kuz, Caruso, JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard's gone, Pope. They had Dion on the team. J.R. Spliff was brought in. THT is now gone. Dudley. I don't even know who that guy is. Morris. Danny Green. All these people gone. Giannis' brother. He even gone. Like, all these people, they got. Only two remain. Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Mm, mm, mm. Let that sink in, people. How do you go from a championship team to 2 years later, only two players are left on that team? The game has lost its element of meaningfulness. The game is no longer meaningful. So when the game becomes no longer meaningful to anybody, it's saying to you and slapping you in the face and saying, you're not valuable. You're not appreciated. You're not what we consider standards. You're not considered one of the best. We don't think you qualify. We don't believe in you. Well, there's a lot of different elements that take place in a situation where this acquires, you know, discipline. And when you see something that doesn't acquire the discipline that the people put in, this is why. This was supposed to be 2020, y'all. This is less than 2 years ago. Look where y'all at. 2 years from now, here y'all is trying to make another smorgasbord and throw together another BS team that you're going to flush down the toilet. This is not building a legacy. This is not building towards something that's going to last. This is trying to win something quick and throw something together that no one's going to remember. This team will never be remembered in NBA history. This video is probably the only thing that's putting relevance and a light on this team. The team was trash. It was LeBron's fault. And that's the truth. Team was absolutely garbage. And it was all his fault. Now it's even worse. He still doesn't play defense. He still looks to try to guard the weakest guy on the court so he can rest. He's been the same player he's always been. Subpar. Now, they say, well, you don't talk about LeBron as much anymore. Is there a reason to? I don't see a real reason to talk about him. Maybe y'all do, but right now, I just don't. So, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Get ready for the start of the season. And damn, college football is coming back this weekend. It's gonna get crazy. Don't forget to follow it. Welcome to HDTV with the 2 eyes. Now, if you want to know about college football, they can tell you. Now, me, gonna go get some rest, play some bets, bet, and get out of here. Oh, yeah, the Cash App is Carceno. It got my face with this green shirt on. It says Carceno for life, and it got the $ and Carceno. That's me. Okay? There's some guy named Carceno 4. It's not me. I don't know who that is or whatever. That guy isn't me. It was like, he's using your logo picture. If that person's losing, report that person, period. I'm the guy with the Celtic shirt on. That's me. All right? You see a little green shirt, and I think they cut it off. That's me. I'm that guy. So, yeah, it's cool to make that payment there. But I'll digress, so I'm going to get out of here. But love, peace, and hair grease.